It's been a couple of weeks, but it's long overdue. Okay, we're live.
We are live. You want to do intros, Cat?
Right.
We are live.
We turn that off so we don't echo. And we have some bridge help.
And you're in charge of introductions, so take it away.
Okay. Well, I guess welcome. We are in set 3 of the USB of the US2 final. And so the winner of this match will be our USA2 team for Morocco, which is exciting. And looks like Rosenthal got off to a commanding start. And we have Christian Jolly here, who is operating the technical side of things, as well as doing some commentating. And then Kit Woolsey and Aaron Jones as well. So welcome all. We start off with,
a real gang of 4.
Yes, we have a bridge tape.
Yeah, which table are you guys watching on?
I've got them both open
Are
here.
you switching or what?
So I would be down to just watch one if you all want.
What'd you say?
I would be down to just do one if you guys want.
Yeah, that's what I prefer.
Okay, you want to do the closed room then?
Rosenberg's.
Yep.
Seems like fun.
Rosenberg's, okay, good.
So, what do we think? What do we think we would open with the East hand here? First bidding problem out of the box.
Hopefully something that's strong, artificial, and forcing.
Something-
And I would on this
That's a
hand.
good start.
So a lot of pairs, rather than playing that after 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, rather than playing that a jump to 3 of a major shows a strong hand with just that major, often play it shows 4 in that major and longer diamonds. Because this sort of hand, imagine if you moved.
But they wouldn't do it on this. They wouldn't do it on this hand anyway, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's actually something to be said for it, because this hand is very, very strong playing strength wise. And you know, if I wasn't going to do that, I would be tempted to bid Kokish. Like this is a prime 23 with a great 5-card suit.
Yeah, it's almost game in your own hand, really.
Yeah, like I would actually lean towards probably.
That's true.
Rather than just bidding to know. Perhaps they don't have Kokish, and so then they would have this dilemma. Or perhaps Michael just chose to go a bit low.
Michael passed an ace king hand in the first set that he was in. He tends to be very heavy in this partnership.
He is a solid citizen, yes.
Yes. So
here we see another interesting defensive issue as North, right? When partner leads the 10 of spades, what do you play on this, right? You know, if you play one of the ace or queen, you potentially risk having to guess what's going on in the suit later or blocking the suit. And if you play low, then you may block the suit as well.
yeah, I don't think the blockage can be avoided.
Defending 4 hearts. What's wrong with block?
Oh,
Yeah, what's wrong with blocking?
I
the
was
suit?
busy
I
defending.
in fact, I don't see why she went up ace.
Yes, that seems a lot.
Oh, that's a different country.
I was defending 3 no trump for a second, and I think it's still an interesting question, but less so relevant to the.
Giving Michael a lot of credit to having stiff king here.
Well, it is, but
Oh, I suspect Michael would have
payoff
bid
for
the
that.
same way with a low club instead of a low spade also, though.
This is true.
You're getting closer to
the point on this hand is if you play low, you can potentially tap to clear. Now, when she wins the ace, she can't even afford to continue this.
Right.
Right, which on this hand is kind of a valuable tempo. It's probably only an overtrick here, but
Yeah.
the player will most likely just play out ace
Well,
king.
no, I don't. Well, no, declare has to set up the diamonds too.
Yeah, it's not going to matter with diamonds being 3-3 originally. There's not going to be much to it, but
Well, on ace, king and a heart, you actually have a bit of an annoying problem, which is,
Oh, you're not gonna do that.
right, I know, I was talking back towards Kaplan's point, but you have an annoying problem where you
Basic.
can't pull trumps.
He's probably gonna play queen of diamonds, rough a diamond, and then play a heart.
Right. Well, his spots are good enough to where even if that heart loses, he'll be able, his heart spots will be high and dummy to be able to rough a
Deal
continue.
with deal with a diamond, potentially one more, yeah.
Well, the point is that he'll be able to play a heart. Oh. No, I see.
He can
Yeah,
safely rough a diamond and then hook a heart.
Yeah, now that the queen of hearts has fallen, if they over rough the dummy, then you feel fine because you just claim. But if they don't, you
Still feel pretty fine because you know you can safely pass a heart. The other table did also open 2 clubs with the east hand, but let's see if we can quickly get what they did after that.
They did Kokish and then got to 4 hearts.
Go into now, yeah. So as advertised, queen of diamonds and a diamond rough.
rough, yeah. What I was guessing was gonna happen.
Well, and this is the safest line for Michael to
Yeah.
take.
Yeah. Because now even if this loses to queen jack doubleton, you just claim.
Right,
You
you
can
can
claim
rough
a
whatever
beer.
the return is.
Yes, and he will earn a beer.
A beer for his troubles.
It's got to claim it though. Everyone knows if you don't claim it, it doesn't count.
Has Lovebridge addressed this issue, Christian, as an operator? Do you know if they, like, can he claim a beer in his claim statement or?
He can, we would not see it, I don't think.
Okay, well, I prefer to think that he did claim the beer, so.
Well, so when you press claim, you can write a description in the claim to sort of help the opponents along a bit, so that they know what you're planning to do. The interesting thing is, as a player, when declarer claims, you actually don't get to see your partner's hand. So it's much closer to sort of real world bridge as opposed to let's say on BBO, where when there's a claim, you see all 4 hands.
Right. So let's see here. This is gonna be
Down past the spade, I suspect we do not see Billy come in here with the south hand.
No, I mean a more enterprising
no chance.
might have chosen to get to bid 3 clubs
With the north hand, yeah.
6-3-2-2. I don't love it, but I have to say,
Queen and one is a good holding. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, like there's often a lot to be said.
Favorable vulnerability makes up.
Yeah, just another reason.
Right. Well, so
Favorable vulnerability makes up for a lot of flaws.
Indeed.
It does, and honestly, when I have queen,
I think this might be going too far.
I mean, when I have queen doubletons, though, I do tend to at least look for an excuse to preempt if I could, because you know that makes it that much more likely that if we're defending later, declarer would probably choose to play me for shortness rather than, let's say, queen doubleton. But
that is an interesting thing I had not considered.
Yeah,
that
it comes up surprisingly often.
Yeah, I believe it. That's very interesting.
And Michael, I guess this is sort of a marginal game for us. I mean, I would do it at least when we're red.
By the way, they're going down. 4 hearts is going down in the other room.
Oh, interesting. What was
4 hearts went down in the other room on the first board.
Yeah, so it looks like
the 10 of spades lead was ducked, and Yoko wound up losing control on the spade tap.
I see. So don't particularly agree with her.
She might have
there.
been able to time it differently, but it was not trivial.
Right, it's not trivial, that's for sure. But she could have still recovered, but likely needed 3 diamonds to survive. And once she chose not to play for that, and maybe even 5 3
She
spade.
had.
Yes.
So another quick 11 to
Yeah, she wound up catching the ace king of clubs.
another quick 11 to Rosenthal, which is the match is quickly getting
Out of hand.
a lot still to play, but yeah.
Yeah, so in 3-no Trump here, declare choosing to go after diamonds before ever looking at the spade suit, because they need to knock out the ace there. And they can also play spades more likely to put south in, and south is is the sort of safe hand here, with north likely to have all of the clubs.
Well, not if they shift to hearts.
Yeah, I was gonna say this would be a good time to put the Queen of Hearts on the table, but and especially with no sure side entry, I would at least be tempted to think about playing a heart at this point.
Turns out the 7 does hold up though.
Yes.
Queen 10 doubleton is not the
Well, it holds up, but the opponents may have taken 5 tricks by the time it holds
Well,
up.
there's a chance
Well,
with the relevant heart holdings that Billy would have switched to a heart after he won the ace of diamonds also.
and I only see 2 hard cashers, right? So I mean, even then he has to be on the spade.
The thing is that Billy can't be sure that the partner doesn't have the ace of clubs, right? Partner might have.
Oh
might
yeah,
have
for sure.
Switch the ace and king of clubs, and you might have just had a bunch of winners, and instead opted to start attacking a new suit,
Right.
which doesn't feel too good at all. And this isn't really even a problem that can necessarily be solved by something like Smith, because partner with the ace or king probably likes the suit.
Right. This was a very interesting point, though, that's kind of
I think looking,
sorry, Kid, is that when you're defending a hand, even if you've led a long suit that you're attacking, there comes a point a lot of times where you're out of side entries. So your long suit is just totally dead. And that was kind of the consideration that North, I think, overlooked, is that in order for us to have a chance to beat this contract, there's no way my partner has the ace of clubs the way this has gone. So my only hope is to, hope something good is happening in hearts. Which
This is a surprising spade pitch from.
yeah, well, looking at that dummy, it looked pretty grim. But it's sort of looking at the other side of what you said. Even if you don't have an entry, declare doesn't know you don't have an entry. So sometimes setting up the suit with no entry will screw declare up, because he'll think you have the entry and do something wrong.
take a bunch of finesses into the safe
So
hand.
it goes both ways.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
So on this hand,
Right.
I'm very surprised that Debbie pitched a spade from them, because her second part really isn't doing very much heavy lifting at all. 1, and 2, she's able to finesse into the known safe hand of South, and as long as spades were no worse than 4-2, she could have claimed.
Did she know the exact club distribution? I wasn't paying enough attention to the open.
Yeah, South had showed out on the 3rd club, so she knew that by taking a spade finesse into South, there's nothing they can do to hurt you. And so she could play a spade.
How can she claim
as she played here? If South had Queen 4th of spades, she was actually going to, I guess, be down.
Then a hard shift will beat. Then a hard shift will beat her. What difference does that make?
Actually, yeah. Well,
Well, when the 9 of
If she
spades
has to lose
showed
2
up,
spade tricks.
yeah, when the 9 of spades showed up, she would have extra chances, I guess, against Doubleton by finessing.
No, then she'd be cold. Then she'd be cold. I mean, if South has 2 spade tricks, she's going down. If South doesn't have 2 spade tricks, she's cold. She might have dropped an over trick, but not the contract.
In any case, she did make it, so
Yeah.
all's well that ends well.
It is true that queen fourth and you'll
Doubleton.
right. That's the part that she had to play the jack. 'Cause-
Well, so I mean, she has the problem is that South actually kind of got squeezed, right? So if South actually had king doubleton of hearts, and on her spot fourth of spades, they actually were kind of strip squeezed, because if they back the king of spade or the king of hearts, you can actually duck it. And North started with a doubleton, so you actually have set up the third heart in your hand. And if they have to back a spade, that's obviously into the ace king jack. So
Right.
maybe she had done it well up to that point, maybe just needed to play a spade to the, maybe her plan was to play a spade to the 8 and claim.
Maybe. That's a fair point.
Pretty close to a claim, right?
So here Tracy will raise to 3 hearts, and Billy is certainly going to big game with queen jack third of spades. I was starting to think that maybe this was close-ish, but it's not.
I mean, it doesn't feel great to be done with Michael's hand, but he doesn't.
No, it
really
does not.
Any great ideas for? I mean, he could double, but it's not.
Double seems a little rich.
Well, if he doesn't. I mean, if you're getting to a fairly high level at that point, the partner doesn't have a fit.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, on this auction, it looks likely that partner has at least 4 or 5 spades, and probably not
Usually
too
3
many
hearts.
So
Yeah, usually 3 hearts, and
So in 4 hearts, what do they have? They have to figure out the heart suit.
Mm.
And then they have a spade and a club loser with not.
They guess the hearts right, they'll make it.
well,
If they get
cards
the hearts right, they'll make an over trick. If they don't,
cards
they
as
won't.
cards as they are, even if they misguess the hearts, they're going to lose a club. Yeah, over trick, as Kid said.
Yeah,
You can't really guess this wrong, I guess, because both the
No,
ace
with
and
both
queen of
clubs.
are on. Both clubs are on, so
let's
even
go see how the other
Well, the
table
ac-
is.
Well, the actual play is pretty.
Go ahead.
It's a tricky play problem though, because because let's say hearts are 3-1 and somebody holds up in the ace of spades. Well, without those spades, you don't have the tricks that you'd like to have. So it's not obvious how to play it, not to me.
no. And
anyway.
in fact, this is very sensible playing a spade right now.
This will make it a little bit easier to finish playing though.
Right.
And that was a very intelligent unblock of the queen.
Yeah.
right, so he'll be able to pick up Debbie's 10-4.
Well, so what changes in 4 spades here, which is South here has decided to redouble. So East doubled with this 6-4 hand with a doubleton heart. South redoubled, and now they've bid up to 4 spades. What's your plan in 4 spades here?
Well, in 4 spades is a little scary because the second diamond will force dummy, which means you're going to have 2 trump losers. So you're basically going to have to get the hearts to make it.
Even that's not necessarily enough, right? Because they can crossing clubs and get get a diamond rough, or they just have a diamond to cash. Let's see. So what happens after? Yeah, what
That's
happens
with the
after
natural
a
trump
diamond?
trick.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but they just have a diamond cash.
They've got plenty to be nervous about here.
Yeah, well, I mean, declarer, it's not clear that declarer is
Well, that'll
going to-
beat the contract because
Yeah, I don't
Declare's
think you can make from.
going to lose 2 trump tricks.
well, potentially 3, right? I mean, Ron could have actually helped out Yoko here at trick 1 by playing the jack of diamonds on the king, right?
She did it anyway, which is good.
Right, but now the diamond suit is blocked.
Can you not trump coup West from this position?
Well, West only has to follow to 2 hearts, so you may
I
find yourself needing an awful lot.
I doubt it.
Oh, you could, oh, I see what he has to do. He's
Maybe
gonna
if you
play
lead
a-
up to the clubs twice, you can do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and get a discard and get those going. Yeah, yeah. You'd still have to shorten yourself somehow.
Yeah, he might do it if he.
How do you get to your hand twice?
There's a lot of work to be done.
Well, so you can get there once safely with the ace of hearts. The problem is, you know, there's like a variant where you get to the ace of hearts, ruff a diamond, and catch the king of hearts and play a third heart. But the issue then is that you still haven't knocked out the ace of clubs. So now West gets to tap you with a diamond, and then East, when they get in with the ace of clubs, gets to tap you with a diamond.
Right.
But that might be fine because that'll force.
No, this is just going down.
Well, because West has to rough the third heart.
Yeah, what I think is interesting,
So I actually think you're fine in that variation, right? So if you play a
what
heart,
I think is interesting is how how Yoko's take out double changed things because now me green never bid hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and Declarer may in fact play her for 3 hearts. But I mean, I think single dummy here, right? When we have the luxury of seeing all of the hands, but single dummy here, Declarer is probably just going to play the queen of spades.
Oh, for sure.
And play a heart to hand, hoping that that spades are 3-2.
that's the tempo really doesn't feel like spades are 3-2. He's like immediately popped ace of spades and then like went into the tank.
For what?
True.
Yeah, for what it's worth, the double dummy, it cannot be made,
Yeah, no, I'm sure it can.
which
at
was
this
what
point.
it looked like.
Yeah. Because they can always here get a diamond, a club, and another spade, and they already have one in the bank.
So it looks like if you played 3 rounds of hearts immediately, they actually need to win and play a spade, right? That's how they beat you. They have to rough the third heart and play a spade.
Yeah, but I think thinking about this as a double dummy problem is very different than as a single dummy problem.
Right.
Declarer here, doesn't want to do any of these.
Oh, yeah. No, but
3-2, they could just have claimed after this trick almost.
Yeah, it really doesn't feel like 3-2 is likely, right?
No, not when they fly ace and then think. I agree with Christian on this. It's be a weird thing to do with ace and 1.
Certainly, if you were going to fly that quickly with ace and 1, you would know what you were doing at trick 3 or whatever.
Right. Honestly, Drew's right play is probably to play king of spades spade and hope they screw up their cashing. See if they try to cash 2 diamonds or something.
The problem is like, West is either looking at 1 or 0 remaining hearts. So how do you mess it up, right?
Yeah, no, I'm aware. I mean, if they can't try to cash 2 diamonds, it'd be the
well,
only
wait a
way.
minute, hold it. He might make now.
No, they needed to.
You're right. They might make now. This Trump coup is
It
now
was
on.
only if the defense.
Yep, defense
No,
has. Yeah,
but now Smith is on play and he can't lead a diamond.
Right, because they blocked the diamond suit. East needed to be able to play another diamond to allow them to trump coup themselves.
right.
Yeah.
East
Which by
Now,
not
and
playing
now
the
we
jack-
understand why Ron didn't play the
didn't
jack.
play the jack at trick 1.
Right. What foresight.
What
That's impressive.
foresight.
Yes, and so he will wind up down 1 because Ron can pitch his last club on the 3rd heart and Declarer is forced to run. But I suppose well done, Ron.
Strong insight.
Yes.
We'll call that one a happy little accident and move on.
Oh,
That
where's
seems
my,
fair.
I should have my Bob Ross shirt on for that.
Yes.
Too bad.
So it looks like we're probably going to miss some of board 34 unless we stick around over here.
I'm gonna say let's stay here. I
Okay.
don't know if we're opposed to that.
It's always a little bit more interesting to watch a slow table, but if we get into a boring
Yeah.
situation, we can.
Well, and I'm sure that everyone expected the
Yeah,
table
well,
with Rosenbergs to be the fast table.
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense to jump in the middle of a hand, you
Yes.
just can't follow what had happened.
Right.
So, yeah, I think we should stay
It's,
here.
it's an
now.
interesting question with Ron's hand as West. In third chair, do you open a diamond or a spade? I'm personally a diamond opener still. I think you have an easy rebid, and
I'll bet Ron opens a spade. No, he
Oh,
didn't.
you open a diamond. No,
It's a
Ron.
good thing you're back from Vegas, Kit.
Yeah, Ron wouldn't be the one that opens a spade.
although Debbie did open a spade.
I kind of like a
Right.
spade.
Oh, gee, I wonder which lead I want. Yeah.
If I was a little weaker, I would probably consider a spade. But I mean, if I open a spade, I'm committing myself to passing one no trump if partner bids it.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That's generally what I do with these
How
hands.
terrible is that?
It's not.
Well,
it's not too tragic.
I mean, partner's a passed hand, and they're never gonna have 3 spades. So maybe my diamonds are I mean, every time I open a 4-card major like this, I pass one no, just because I don't want to get corrected into a 4-2 for no reason, which is what happens way too often, which would have happened here, by the way, if he had opened a spade and bid 2 diamonds over a no trump.
So do you bid again with the east hand at this point? You think you have to?
No way.
I would probably just bid
Oh.
a no trump. But
Oh,
How good is partners 4-3-5-1s that you feel like you need to bid again?
it's not even that. It's just that one spade might be just a worse contract. Right.
Might be.
I don't know. They're not doubled yet, which is a good
Yeah.
reason to be, which is a good reason to pass one spade.
Oh, I'd be more afraid of the third opponent if I bid a no trump, but I would bid a no trump.
Right. Right. You don't want to hear two or three no over there, and you're gonna feel real bad.
I think that's obviously the bigger concern. I think one no probably does rate to play better than one spade, but it's just if you bid one no, partner is also allowed to keep bidding, which is the scary part.
Right. Yeah. Your lefty passed and your righty didn't act over a diamond, and you have 2 queens and a jack. The odds that partner is about to raise 1 no to 2 no are a lot higher than usual. I think.
Of course, the ancillary to that is partner can have a pretty good hand with 3 hearts, and
Yeah, that's true.
not that your hand is overwhelmingly likely to be making game, but
No, it is not.
so what's happening here in 1-0? They've let a club and declares started playing on diamonds.
And that is sadly not going to be best.
Well,
I mean,
it's not
there's
clear-
something.
it's not clear that there was a best.
I was gonna say they have to play something.
It says 1 no was in the other room too. Was it the same? Oh no, Debbie passed one spade, 1 no. Is that what happened?
Yep.
Yeah, which is very sensible for the reasons we mentioned. That you don't want to get corrected into a 4-2.
So declarer, since they led clubs, declarer understandably thought maybe they had honor 4th. So rather than grabbing the queen of clubs, which would be probably their only time in dummy, they did decide to hook the 10, or I guess in their hand, sorry, because it's played in East. And so now
9 of spades is coming for sure, by the way.
well, I mean, keep in mind that the West hand is dummy. There's a world where
Oh, the West hand is dummy. Oh, that's true. Well, she still played the 9 of spades because you really just don't want to play everything else.
it's true. It's true. All of the other options are pretty terrible. So, and Andrew may in fact choose to duck this.
Yeah.
Because
Not in
well,
any
he
hurry to
doesn't
win
really
lead.
want to be on. He doesn't really want to be on lead all that much, and keeping communication open seems more useful, especially because it seems very likely Declare is going to play a third diamond as soon as they're in, solving that problem for you.
Which they just did, and now comes the fun part.
So can they, I
Yes,
suppose,
they can.
double dummy, they can squeeze him, right?
Yeah, he just cashes his winners, and we got problems over there.
Right. Well, South pitched a winner, as it turns out, today, but I mean, honestly, maybe Andrew can work this out a little bit with how the play is gone. That partner doesn't have the queen of clubs. Partner has to have something pretty good in hearts, and
Well, I mean, the hand did bid a heart, then a no trump. I mean, they could easily just have ace, queen, 10, fifth of hearts to go with the queen of clubs over there. They didn't have to have a complete Yarborough.
yes, but I
mean, I'm not sure it matters if that's what's happening, but
right, I'm not 100% sold that it wasn't in the
So
game,
maybe
but the nine of spades from partner could have been from 9 Doubleton even at the time.
right. That's true.
In which case, now if they're cashing winners, they might just be giving up the rest almost. So
Right.
this seems practical.
So Migri will, after cashing this heart, will play a spade to at least make him guess.
Mhm.
But it feels unlikely to have led the ace here twice, so I don't know.
Well,
Well,
given
especially after North tanked to whether to win the queen of spades or not.
Sure.
it's not that South is a past hand, and they've showed up with the ace king of hearts
Well,
That's a fair point as well.
and a straight jack. They don't have the ace of diamonds,
that
ace of spades.
that may be true also.
Mhm. Okay,
So 2 imps for the trouble of taking it down 3.
mhm.
That would have been very cool if they squeezed and beat at 4.
It's pretty difficult to do, though. It's not impossible. So here we see sort of a battle of the majors. And it's, I suppose, a question of whether you want to play this hand and play in 4 for major or play in the 3-no.
Yeah, if North jumps to 3 spades at some point, I suspect Migri might raise with the stiff jack. Well, except that she's not accepting an invite. That may be a concern also.
So if she bids, would you, assuming that we're opening most of our 11s, would you game force with the north hand?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I don't think it's that.
Oh my gosh, how can you not?
Yeah, I mean, this is like,
Question?
this is what, 14 and a half or 15 or so, probably.
I mean, you just have a really strong playing hand, right?
If game goes down, it goes down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
just-
so
you just
you'll
do it.
probably it'll probably go 3 clubs from Andrew because he doesn't
Yeah,
really have the forcing
3
right of
clubs,
his-
and Migri will bid 3. Migri will bid 3-no, and Andrew will have to guess.
And I suppose 3-no isn't all that terrible if they don't lead a club. But if they lead a club, that actually attacks one of the entries to the north hand, potentially making it harder to bring in the spade suit and maybe forcing Declare to play on hearts instead.
Well, today's spades, we can see spades are 3-3.
I think they're likely to play a heart to the jack on a club lead, probably.
So is there any world, I suppose there's almost
Really?
not a world where you duck the opening club lead.
Absolutely, there is.
You think? You're not
Yeah.
worried about diamonds?
I am, but
After the club lead goes to the queen, I don't think you're ducking.
Well, after the club lead
I
goes to the
think you
queen.
just have to
you
go
duck
all
it.
out in the,
Well, it's going to be jack of clubs lead, so they'll have to decide right away.
Right.
All right, so
Oh,
let's
that's true. Yeah.
let's play the
Well,
let's
but
play
it can go to the queen whether you duck, if you
Yeah.
duck.
right.
Well, if you duck, they will switch because they have to.
All
Right,
right,
I
so
mean-
let's play the I said 14 and a half. You guys want the over or the under
Oh,
on
the six of.
Uh,
the-
Ron
The
is in
six of
there.
clubs lead.
It's very reasonable when it seems likely that dummy has club length, declarer has shortness,
It
and
is.
if you're
Or the
beating this
best.
hand, you probably need partner to have a club on.
And to answer your question, Aaron, I would take the under on 14.
It is.
under on 14 and a half. All right, I'm about to hit enter. Adam, you want action on this?
I'll pass.
You'll pass? Okay, let's see. 16.75.
On KNR.
Yeah,
Okay.
so not quite an invite. Just for those of us who care about such evaluations.
The declarer did in fact choose to duck,
Yeah.
which
So
mean,
Migri did duck.
which is
So-
scary because you can kind of see a diamond coming back right immediately, right?
It's tough to imagine them doing anything but playing a diamond.
Now she will. She will
She'll
leave
duck
the
again.
diamond finesse on. Ooh, small.
Oh yeah, she's gonna duck
Wow,
again. Yep.
that's right.
I mean, but now she's basically just has to
Well,
fall
she-
back on 3-3 spades.
Is that
And
3-3.
and even when spades are 3-3, now she just has 5 losers. Right now, if the defense can work it out, they just have 3 more tricks. I think. I think she needed to win either the ace of clubs or take the queen of diamond finesse here, because
Oh, she's okay.
Yeah, I did not.
She's
No,
okay. It's just
not.
ace of spades, ace of
No,
hearts.
she's not.
ace queen of hearts?
it's queen of hearts.
He
Oh,
says
I
to
see,
find a
'cause
heart.
they can-
She loses 2 heart tricks.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
When they
Good
shoot
night,
a heart
that's 5.
through. I see.
It's not immediately clear that she's going to find a heart, having watched declare duck a diamond to partner's jack, but she can see spades or 3-3. I mean, she should obviously duck this spade,
I
right?
mean, so what if partner had queen jack of
Well,
diamonds?
Ron is going to pitch a diamond. Ron can't.
Well, he's not
Ron
gonna
has
get
to
it.
give a suit preference signal for hearts.
Right,
here,
he
basically.
should go 9 of spades, 7 of
He
spades.
is, sure he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first, even if you read the first one as count,
Well, first
the
one,
remainder, the second one certainly has to be suit preference.
For sure.
And I mean,
Right.
and the fact that he won
and
the jack
Yoko
of
can
diamonds
certainly
and didn't
duck the
return a
second
diamond.
spade.
Yeah, I mean, he won the jack of diamonds and didn't return a diamond. He can't have queen jack of diamonds. Declarer must have the ace queen of diamonds, and
Good point.
so I think East should have
And the way
I-
Declare is playing the hand, I mean,
like everything points to partner having 2 heart cards here.
I don't know. I would be. I'll take bets that a diamond gets played when the ace of spades wins.
What happens and what's indicated may be different. I think, you can, especially with partner giving such strong suit preference in the spade suit.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
kind
for
of have
sure.
to be on it.
3-0 is down 2.
In the other.
3-0 is down 2 at the other table. by the way.
Interesting.
That's a surprising result. I mean, I think Declare needed to win one of the first.
What's this? The 3 of spades? Huh?
I must think that the 9
Hoping
was
for ace
indicative of-
doubleton.
Yeah, but if you had
this-
ace doubleton, they would have won it.
Why would they duck ace doubleton?
I mean, what else could they be
This
playing
looks like a
for?
misclick.
Right. I mean, yes, but if they had that, they certainly would have defended differently.
I do think a diamond is
I-
immediately more likely to come
I-
back, by the way.
Well, a little different position now.
At this point, they could return
this looks like
any
a
card in their
misclick. That's
hand
the only
and
thing
still
I
be
can
okay.
see.
No, she'll play a heart, Christian, because the declare could still have ace queen 4th of diamonds, I guess.
all I know is if she plays a heart, this is going down a lot because they are going to quickly run out of tricks.
Well, that's
More importantly, the defense is going to have an awful lot of winners.
Sure, fair enough. Call it whatever you want to call it, but if she plays a heart now, they're going.
If she plays anything but the ace of spades, the defense is gonna have a lot of tricks.
ace of spades, diamond. Come on.
That is true because
It's true because declare is going to be end played in their hand. It's not like they have one entry to dummy. She could, I mean, and in fact, in this position, there's kind of no rush, in fact, to play a heart now.
Yeah.
She can play the king of diamonds, smothering the 10. She doesn't care who has the 4. And declare has to lead something out of their hand, right? What are the they have to either lead a club and start establishing clubs or lead hearts to partner.
Well, if you play heart now, they're actually. I guess there's no world where you get to in play declare in their own.
She can safely play the king of diamonds, which she did.
Yeah.
Right, which is a good
that
play here.
smothers the 10, and who cares where anything is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and declare now
And
has to lead.
so what do you guys think? Do you think this was that Andrew did it?
No, not Andrew, Migri.
So do you think Migri did this intentionally, or was this a misclick?
It's tough to imagine.
Intentional or just
So there's a
he pulled the
suggestion
wrong
in
card.
chat that's possible, which is that she may have briefly thought she was playing 4 hearts and made the same sort of error that I made on one of the previous.
Oh, on the
boards.
3-no hand, just forgot she was in 3-no. Yeah, maybe.
I will say, Kit, that the
but she wouldn't have. She wouldn't have ducked all those tricks early if she was playing 4 hearts. That
It's
can't
true.
be the case.
She might have been temporarily.
That would
playing
make no
4
sense
hearts.
at all.
That's
duck-
true. She would never duck the
She
opening
wouldn't have
club
been
lead.
ducking the club.
Right.
the
Of
first
course
two.
not. Yeah, that's true.
But the 3 of spades is a tough card to misclick play because it's not next to any of the other spades you wanted to play.
Right. Like the thing about playing with the tablets is that it's actually, when you sort of have to click and drag your card to the middle. And so, it's very difficult for, let's say, a small spade off the dummy to be a misclick versus a misbrain.
She
We
just
saw this
thought,
actually.
yeah. She
We
just
actually
thought
saw this
ace nine
yesterday.
double.
I know of.
Yeah.
I know of one case in the semifinal match where in a slam contract it was the 10 of trumps lead low, declare at ace king queen 5th.
Yeah.
And ducked. Yeah.
Right. Well, they played low, and it was ruled that this was not a misclick. This was a misbrain. And I think, Kit, you're frozen.
He is, which means he probably can't.
Frozen in a very fun animated position.
All right, let's caption this. Incredulous. what's the adjective for this frozen?
Just animated. So North, the modern style here is certainly to be getting in there. The North hand certainly leaves a lot to be desired in terms of, well, just about everything.
Yeah, I'm not a better with the North hand, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I think the pass is probably the way to go, but it's certainly it is a bidder's game. If you pass, you're certainly never bidding again, and so you do kind of want to get something off your chest. It's just this is such a dismal hand that I think the thing I would want to get off my chest is I have a dismal hand, so I would pass.
This double by South being alerted is takeout, not any sort of snapdragon or anything.
I mean, I think they're all words that mean similar things, right?
Yeah.
Snapdragon or any other sort of treatment is essentially takeout. It's, hey, I have, some diamonds, a little bit of support for your suit. And
I cannot believe Ron passed, by the way.
Well, I mean, perhaps they don't play a support redouble.
Well,
And
wouldn't you raise then when your partner shows 5+?
why do I want to raise? I don't want to play in spades. I want to play in no trip. In fact, I would probably bid one no, if anything, as West, because my hand, I really don't want partner to be declaring and having a heart lead come through my ace queen jack. I
That's
want to play no trap.
that part's true.
And so, I mean, East here, depending on whether or not they play a support double, but probably East just wants to sort of show values, see if partner does something intelligent, and they can double.
Well, over 3 hearts, you probably will bid 3 no.
I mean, yes, they could bid 3 hearts, but my hand is defensive enough that if partner has spade shortness, and wants to defend, I honestly, I'm not that depressed about that. I may just double.
Yeah.
With the now, I think it's actually really interesting what you do with the West hand.
I don't think there's any decision here. I think my partner showed values and asked for my opinion, and my opinion is I have ace queen jack fourth. The opponents are vulnerable. Good luck to them.
All I'll say is it feels like you should have an opinion when you have a 9-card fit at the 2 level.
Right.
But I mean, at this point, you think you have an 8-card fit, right, with Ron's hand, and maybe you have a 9-card fit, but who cares?
Yeah. No, I mean, certainly on this hand, it definitely looks like you want to be defending, right?
I mean, now that I've been given the choice, yes, please.
I mean, even looking at all the hands, I mean, what do they have? They have 2 club losers, 2 spade losers, a diamond loser, and then all of your money's getting made in trumps, which may be 2 or 3 tricks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Switch the king and jack
it's-
of diamonds, and all of a sudden they can't even make game,
Right.
or the ace and queen of diamonds for that matter.
You switch the ace of clubs and the king of diamonds. That's a
And Ron does 2 spades. I mean, this is what I was kind of shocked that he passed the double originally, is that, I mean, from his perspective, he doesn't want to go plus 200 into 650,
No.
which I mean, I get that, half your hands and hearts, but like partners, I'm not going to say unlimited, but like short hearts and all their good hands, they're going to bid like this.
Yeah, but even still, I mean, if I'm not going to pass the double, at least let me bid 2 no. Who cares about my 3 little spades? I want to play no trump. Like partners declaring the lead is coming through my ace queen jack fourth, and I have a 4-3-3. I am 4-3-3. Like, what am I?
I definitely want to be the declare. I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't want them leading through any of my things. Like, I dislike 2 spades as a bid as well, just because like I really want the lead coming into my hand. I live in no trump, not in spades.
Right.
And I mean, yes, today I catch partner with this, but couldn't partner have the same hand with a doubleton heart and 1 fewer spade? Now, 4 hearts is hopeless. I'm sorry, 4 spades is hopeless. And
it's not hopeless. You're off by, I mean, here it's like 11 tricks, right?
I mean, I guess I'll say that I certainly wouldn't want to be there.
No, but you're making, as long as you pick up spades and the ace of diamonds is on side, because you have
yeah, that's a whole lot of ifs for
I'm well aware
for somebody who just said I don't want 200 or 500.
I'm aware. I'm just saying, even on this hand, I think switching the king and the jack of diamonds actually isn't good enough to beat you.
No, and I was saying that partner could have just the same hand with a doubleton heart and only 5 spades.
Right, but even then, if you can bring in the spade suit for no loser, which is actually obviously a lot harder off the queen jack fifth.
Yes.
Yes. You can still make, because you get to pitch a diamond and a club on the queen jack of hearts, even if it loses.
Sure, but you lose a spade, a heart, and 2 tricks in the wash, most likely.
No, if the ace of diamonds is on side, no, right? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but again, like I just, having said no thank you to 200 or 500 or maybe even 800, some of
It better be because you're making game, not because you have.
Yeah, and I'm not even a little bit confident that I'm making game opposite a lot of the hands that partner would double with.
Well, that's kind of why if I wasn't acting over one spade double, I should probably be floating this double. I mean, I kind of agree with Adam. If you didn't want to show spades before in any capacity, like, and you wanted to play no trump, now that partner's doubled 2 hearts,
Nothing's changed.
not much has changed. I mean, I agree with that part.
Partner just said they have values. I don't. What do I care about any of these other things? Like, yeah, I find this sequence of actions to be problematic. Like,
Well, he went plus 650 for a push, so here we are. I
yeah,
mean, and 2 hearts. I think
here I am sitting in my apartment rather than being in Schaumburg, Illinois. You know, there is something to be said, I suppose, for the actions at the table, but I have to admit I would not have taken those. So, and here I think their no trump is 15 to 17, or like a good 14 to 17, but I would be tempted as North if we were playing a no trump range that included 14. To treat this as a 1-0.
Yeah, red on white is maybe the only time you might. Yeah, 14 to 16, you probably still would.
Yes, but 15 to 17 upgrade is that's a little rich. So I think 1 diamond seems normal. I believe that I would probably choose to double as east rather than bidding a spade, but my hand is very close. If I did a spade, I kind of am planning to, when it goes 3 diamonds, pass back to me, I'm planning to double. If you tell me that I only get to make 1 bid with the east hand, that bid is double.
I confess, with the major suit disparity and it being spades and hearts, I would be tempted to bid spades and then bid 2 hearts if I got a chance later. And yes, if it goes 3 diamonds, check, I would have to double back in, but
right.
But you wouldn't feel great about.
I wouldn't feel great about that, but I kind of feel better about that than suppressing king, queen, 9-8, 5th, which is a fit that, you know, when partner has ace third, we're just never getting to over double.
That's true. It's true. But if you force me to take 1 bid to show my hand,
yeah, then double's a little better. Yeah, that part I'm okay with.
And I think this hand as it is pretty marginal. In terms of, you don't really want to have to reopen double when it goes 3 diamonds back to you. You're just
but more of the time partner will either raise or show something when it's his turn, and now you can compete a little.
Hi again, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, welcome back, kids.
Welcome back. Yeah.
Welcome back.
We were discussing what we think the right initial bid with the east hand is here over a diamond. Do you like double or a spade?
I tend to double, but I play an equal level conversion style where if partner bids 2 clubs, I can bid 2 spades, showing nothing more than this. Not playing that style, I would overcall a spade.
Equal level conversion in all suits, eh?
Oh yeah.
And so we see in the other room, they seem to have been left to play in 3 diamonds, which did not fare so well.
Since I'm of the no hand is too good to overcall philosophy, I don't really need take out double followed by an overcall to show a good hand.
Well, I mean, surely there are some hands that you would feel gross overcalling at the 1 level.
Well, those are hands I can make a take out double and jump.
Yeah.
So an interesting 3 spade bid, which I don't hate if you feel like you're always going to bid 3 spades anyway over whatever they're about to do. The downside being sometimes they don't actually make you bid 3 spades, but you feel like they're probably going to make you do it on this hand.
Yeah, it turns out they're not going to on this hand, but
yeah.
Well, I have queen 4 hearts. My lefty has 4 hearts. That's kind of bad.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, you're just preempting what you suspect is a 3 diamond bid, which is, I mean, that's not unreasonable.
It's not unreasonable, but I'm not certain that I was bidding over 3 diamonds. I guess I have to with a stiff diamond, but like,
Well, but if it goes 3 diamonds, double pass.
Hold on, then I'm certainly not bidding.
No, I would certainly not bid then.
That's probably enough of a reason not to bid 3 spades the first time, right? Because you feel pretty good sitting partner's penalty double with 3 diamonds.
Yeah, but partner's not gonna have a penalty double of 3 diamonds. That's
Over
the
the
whole
red.
problem. I mean, you haven't shown anything particularly, and he doesn't have anything. So he has
Right,
good
that's
trumps.
true.
He's just gonna say content.
Fair. So what's happened
Yeah.
here? Ace of hearts, king of hearts, they roughed the heart, now they've cashed the king of diamonds and
Unfortunately,
gonna
Drew
solve the club
Van
this.
played here.
Yeah,
To solve the club, yes, one way or the other. Even if he cashed the ace of spades first, it was still of very little use.
no, it looks like South needed to lead a diamond on the,
Well, she had to give, she either gave a heart rough or she played a diamond at trick one. Well, I guess with the eight, her partner having the ace of spades, she could have, but that's kind of hard to know.
for sure.
Well, all of that, plus, I mean, you give me ace, king, fourth of hearts on this auction, I think I know what I'm leading,
Yeah, no kidding.
so.
So the other table did get to 3 diamonds, which drifted off 2, and here 3 spades down 1, so another 6 M's for Rosenthal. Matches now at a healthy 73 in difference with what do we have, 787 boards to go, give or take?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
plenty of-
it's still a lot of bridge to the point where, you know, anything less than 3 digits is certainly surmountable, but
3.
you know,
They
if you
have
gave
to
me
start
would you like to be up 70 or down 70, I think you know my answer, so.
They'd have to start surmounting reasonably soon, however.
Yes,
That's true.
yes, exactly. The surmounting has to happen.
This is an 8-segment match instead of 6, though, so
It's-
They do have they have a little bit more time.
it's more than they've had in the USA2 bracket so far, where they've been playing day-and-a-half matches before
Mhm.
this one.
Well, the semifinal match ended just in time. They
It did indeed.
managed to hold off I think it was 35 40 imps in the last 5 boards, but they had a very commanding lead before that, and so yeah, didn't really have to worry too much about that.
Ron is I think Ron's gonna pass. Ron go low is gonna strike again on this one. Yep, I was gonna say.
I would have been shocked had he not passed.
Yeah, but this is the kind of hand where I would really want to be bidding again.
Those aces and those spade spots in that 5th spade, they do
Yeah.
look fat. They do look fat, I must agree.
Yeah,
I mean,
Especially-
I'm vulnerable. They still pay a game bonus. I'm vulnerable.
they do
at
still
this.
pay a game bonus.
I have 5-4. I had 2 aces. Partner opened red. I think I might at least make a try.
Well, you're certainly not gonna force the game, right?
But certainly not forcing, but you know, I think making a game try is far from crazy here.
Yeah,
I mean,
It
today
does
partner
look a
has
lot.
accept of my game tries, and I'm pretty happy if I'm in game here, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm likely to make 3 over tricks in 2 spades, you know, as the cards lie. But even if you give the takeout double or the queen of spades, I still have 10 tricks.
At the other table, by the way, they did make a game try in the same auction and duly
Right.
got to game.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think it feels like vulnerable at imps. A game try with this hand is probably the right evaluation.
I mean, if you think about it, if you had Jack 10, 9, 8 of spades, same hand with ace 4th of clubs, ace say 3rd of hearts and 2 small diamonds, you would almost certainly make a 4-card limit raise if partner opened a spade, right?
right.
Yeah, but I think it's much less about that. It's just the 5th spade. We have a 9-card fit. It's so
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm giving you 4 spades, but I'm having partner open a spade, knowing that there's a 9-card
very well.
spade.
Well, when he goes plus 200, it's not going to be great.
It doesn't feel too good, I have to say.
These are the results, you know, plus 170, lose 10. You do not want to bring back to the comparison.
No, especially
I mean-
Vol.
I
Yeah,
mean, I'd rather bring back a minus 670 than bring back this result.
I agree with Kit completely on this.
Well, having brought back both minus 670 and plus 170, I can tell you that teammates prefer plus 170 instead of minus 670, but
Do they?
but,
Do they? I don't know. Usually minus 670, you know, it wasn't too crazy.
Right. They're the same 10 imps away. I don't know.
Yeah. I just know psychologically, I'd rather bring it back, because at least I was getting something from my money if I was right.
Right.
Yes.
In both situations. You
I don't,
were trying to collect the number and 2 doubled.
yeah.
Even if you didn't.
so here East is going to have a decision about what to do with the majors here. I guess not. I guess North is probably going to bet a heart. So
Certainly would.
Yes.
Never mind that I'm vulnerable. I mean, if partner rebids a no trump, I think there's something to be said for rebidding 2 hearts. There's something to be said for trying to get out in 2 diamonds, but certainly I would start with a heart and see where things go.
Yeah.
And as East, I guess I would just overcall a spade. I discount like my cards are a little soft, especially given that most of the strength is likely on my left. I'd like a little bit more to double and bid, probably.
Well, now should Ron raise or should he bid a no trump here? I could see arguments for both.
As can I.
yeah, I would just bid 2 spades, to be honest.
I think just generally, this isn't the kind of situation where I would be operating my way to no trump. I don't think. I think partner's got the hand that might want to act over 2 spades.
The other hand,
And
ace
so
queen.
she does.
Oh, she'll bid game. I mean, in a flash, right? Righty's the one who bid hearts. My partner raised. I mean, anything other than 4 spades seems a little bizarre, honestly.
The only problem is it's down off the top.
Yeah, I mean, Ron has a complete Yarborough, right? He has Queen
And-
Jack of diamonds, no spade on her, not the ace of clubs, the king of hearts. I mean, he's got effectively 0 tricks over there.
And so in the other room, they chose to pass
Yeah.
over a diamond.
Whereas 3 no trump, it doesn't make either.
No, 3 no trump is similarly hopeless and might even have a little less hope, negative hope.
Well, if they lead a heart, you'll make 3 now.
Okay. They did open a diamond, and they're probably on lead with king third of diamonds. I think they'll find a diamond lead, but
Maybe,
yes,
you know, 10 of hearts looks pretty safe.
well, so it's interesting though.
Oh my God,
In the other room,
passed? Oh,
What?
oh my God.
That is
Wow.
Hell of a pass.
I mean, I could certainly understand inviting, but
yes,
passing?
yes.
And
I think
it's really
passing-
amazing. After missing game on the previous hand, missing a vulnerable game, I mean, just going back for another one. Wow.
Consistency. It's partnership style.
I mean, I think she's right to want to downgrade her hand a little bit, right?
Oh yeah,
But I think that's a downgrade from bidding game to
Wait, which part of my hand is a downgrade?
the king of clubs with the opener on your left and the queen.
Well, but my
jack.
partner raised, so my partner has something somewhere.
They do.
What would
They
you
do.
like my partner to have where my hand should?
If partner just has a terrible hand with.
Well,
with
if
a-
partner has this hand, you want
What
to
is
have-
I mean, partner has this hand, which is the stone negative nuts.
Yes. The
And
game has no play.
well, yes.
So
Three
Kaplan's point
people.
is correct.
So when which is why we have invitational bids, right? Is so that when partner has the negative nuts, we can stop in 3, and when partner has a reasonable hand, we can bid a game, right? That's why we have those invitational bids. Partner knows we're Reddit imps too. They have life.
So
Well,
the other
and at the other table, 3 no trump, heart lead, making.
Yep.
Well,
3 with
but-
a heart lead. Interesting.
Well, so the
Well-
problem is that when North passed over a diamond, they didn't get the benefit of sort of hearing their opponents bid no trump with them having bid hearts. So now they were thinking, oh, I have this surprise 5-card suit that nobody knows about.
Yeah, except there was a takeout double with a diamond when a
Yes.
diamond passed double, And, you know, partner did open a diamond, and it's not like Tracy has any entries.
He has the king of diamonds.
Yeah.
diamond.
But I have a lot more. I have more sympathy for Hartley. I will say that, having passed. But I think you know, this is, we'll just add it to the long list of reasons why I would bid over a diamond in the first place.
Right.
And you know, so yes, they did in fact make 9 tricks. So another missed opportunity, and even more ends for Team Rose.
Worse than a missed opportunity.
Well, yeah, yes.
So oh my God, they passed. Okay, so you guys, 3 hearts or 4 hearts here with East over a heart of spade.
Well, I play that 3 hearts is a mixed raise, so my hand feels I have 4 trump, I have a singleton, I have a little bit of extra stuff. I like 3 hearts. I think.
Problem with 4 hearts is you might push them into 4 spades. They might not bid otherwise.
That's
Good. You want to push them into something they don't want to bid. That's the whole idea.
Is it? You mid 3 hearts, you might play 3 spades and just play there and make 10 tricks. Then again, if I'm playing against Kit, I'm not worried about Kit missing a game based on the conversations we've had. Certainly will not going low against Kit.
Nice.
Yeah, so Migri choosing to upgrade a little bit here. I would certainly hope that East gets in there at this point. The partner opened the bidding. They have 4 card support, a singleton in the suit the opponents have bid and raised, and some stuff outside of that.
So what did Yoko just quietly passed over?
And now 4 hearts.
She is walking the dog.
I guess she wanted to play 4 hearts.
Wow, this might work too. I mean, what do you do if you're Migri? You bid 4 spades, right? I mean, look at Migri's hand.
Yeah.
Well, all's well that ends well.
Well, what do you do?
Ron passed.
I was gonna say, what does Ron think is in his partner's hand for this auction?
Ron probably has no idea, so he just says, "I'm staying out of this."
Yeah. But has he convinced his partner to stay out of it is the only question.
Yeah, I mean, I might double
true.
just to shut partner up at this point. I mean,
Right, exactly. Like whatever has happened.
If she's gonna bid this way, who knows? She might really.
Well, she avoided jumping to 6 hearts, so that was good. You know,
I
so
mean,
she
and
jumped a
they're gonna-
level last time.
They're gonna go
I mean,
down.
like on this hand, you know, and I mean, I do agree with I think leading a club here, and you know, but yeah, I like on this actual hand even, you know, this.
I mean, I've seen worse contracts than 4 hearts, you know.
Well, certainly when they lead the king of clubs, you actually don't feel all that terrible.
No, I said that worse contracts than 4 hearts.
Yes, that too.
I don't feel great.
Oh,
about
definitely. Well, that's why we were debating 3.5 or 4 hearts originally.
No, I think 3 is definitely the right number of hearts.
And this was with partner, having the wasted king of spades, or what, semi-wasted king of spades.
Right.
Yes. And so I would hope that Ron will, at some point, work out that maybe partner has the queen of diamonds. He will run out of other options to hope for. So,
Well, 10 of hearts seems to be the thing he's hoping for right now.
Well, he can get out of his own way here.
Yeah, and he's got,
Spade.
I mean, holding the queen 10 of clubs, looking at that dummy and the king of clubs lead from partner, he's pretty comfortable with things, I would say.
Yeah.
right, and to be fair, it is for an extra 50 as it goes, but yeah. So I think I certainly am not a fan of pass to start, but I think 3 hearts is sort of the right balance of constructive and destructive, and they may have very well reached the same contract in the end, right? But
holding a stiff spade with the opponent spinning spades, I don't think 3 does its job. I mean, what are you going to do if it goes 3 spades pass to you?
I let it go.
Yeah, I mean, if you're bidding 3, like I was saying earlier,
That feels horrible. I mean,
Exactly. That's just it. If it feels horrible to
To
let it
me,
go,
that would feel horrible because you could just be making 4 hearts with random minimum openers over there.
which is why I don't like 3 hearts. That's
They
exactly.
could be making 4 spades. That's sort of what I was
Right,
getting
I mean,
at, like,
I just
That's
3
that's
hearts
their
to me
pro-
is a mixed raise. I
that's
have a
their
mixed.
problem. That's their problem. What they can make.
Adam, I agree with you that evaluation range wise, it's a mixed raise. I think the only question is just this stiff spade. What are you going to do after business?
I mean, partner can work out when they bid more that I might have a stiff spade. They won't always be able to, but
Why is that? When partner has a double and spade, why would he expect any kind of shape?
not like I said, they
Mixed
won't
raise.
always be able to. But I don't think I am strong enough to overrule that, one. And two, I think that when it goes 3 spades back to me, I think it's probably more likely that the opponents have missed a game than we have. Right.
But that's what I actually, I think I agree with you, Adam, for what it's worth.
Why
because-
would you think they have missed a game? They were looking at their cards. They can,
Yes.
bid their.
Oh, it's a
They
little.
know they still pay the game bonus.
Yes, but I mean, partner knows that I made a mixed raise if they couldn't move over 3 spades. Like,
I mean, if anything, their spades is splitting badly. That's if they stop in 3 spades, I would guess that they cannot make 4 spades. I think that's the most likely result.
Well, from your side, yeah, partner can just have a Flannery hand. And
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
partner could have anything.
I
right.
am gonna say the other table played 3 diamonds east-west and drifted off a trick. So they actually, the Dinga team ended up picking up some imps there. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what this auction was. They got
Well, Debbie opened a no trump with her. I mean, understandably, she had 17 and a kind of ratty 5-card suit. And
got
Michael
it.
transferred to diamonds.
Yeah, that checks out.
That
let's
was
see.
the end.
See how we feel about this one. What was this? See, I always check these just to. This feels like 18, but maybe it isn't. Let's see, what was it? Ace, king, third. King, queen, fifth.
It's just an evaluation question. You have king, queen, 4, 3 deuce of hearts, right?
Yeah.
Are you really upgrading for that? That's and sort of a soft rest of your hand. I don't mind opening it out trump.
16.7 seems right.
Exactly. There
Yeah.
you go.
Ironically, worse than
Thing
the
that
12
you
count.
asked agrees with me. I'll take what I can get.
It's something I've started doing a lot more. Is I used to upgrade my 17s with 5-card suits all the time, like basically all the time, and it just opening a no trump just for whatever reason seems to be better. It just
in
works
standard bridge, 1-0 auctions are often some of the best, right?
Yeah.
In term, and they're certainly the most straightforward, but they also are often the most sort of descriptive. And so straining to, I think straining to upgrade into and straining less hard to upgrade out of is very reasonable. Not to mention that when you have that 18-19 hand, the auction, you have to jump, the auction gets a little bit high, and sometimes you just don't have it, right?
What do we think about Ron's pass here over 2 diamonds? Is
I think it's
anybody
cool.
tempted to raise?
No, I think it's past fine. I actually think it's more interesting what East is supposed to do here over 3 diamonds.
I mean, they should probably double, right? And just
Oh,
bid 3 spades over hearts.
I would just bid 3 spades right away.
If you
Yeah,
double,
I mean,
you also have to bid
my
4
problem is partner's going to bid 4 hearts.
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's the real
Right.
issue with the stiff heart. Is partner's gonna bid 4 hearts.
Well, I have a 6 spade. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, but are you really, when partner jumps to 4 hearts because they have 6 hearts and a 5 count, are you really very happy about that? I certainly
I'm not feeling great. I'll say that, but
Magri's in there 3-0.
and Ron bids 4 spades quickly.
Spirited auction. I like it. I mean, I like Migri's 3-0. I think it's a very reasonable 2-way shot. She has-
It would be, except that 4 spades is cold. Now
It's
she's
a little soft for it to be a reasonable 2-way shot. Like you
yeah,
don't.
okay. I would if I had the
ace of
of hearts, I'm
diamonds,
fine.
ace of hearts. Yeah, partner has 2 aces. Easy game.
Now the question
Your
is,
partner's have 2 aces.
Yeah.
Good partners
Partners
have
got hands that look like the West hand.
yeah, yeah, right. Well, he did raise. I mean, North bid 3 diamonds.
A white red, again, with the West hand where their hearts are diamonds and that's their hand.
Yeah. Well, eventually they got to the making spade game, so that part's good.
I mean, it's a pretty reasonable game. Run. I mean, I think I agree with all of the actions that were taken. I think all of them are very reasonable, and you know, declarer here will be a little bit scared maybe that spades are 3-1 offsides, but
Oh, I think I'm going down if I'm declare right now.
I mean, there's also not much she can do about it, right?
No, you can't do anything about it. But
Other than sort of play some trumps and hope that that she survives, right?
there's certainly
I'm probably not taking the finesse here just because I know South must have the king of spades for this action. So
I'm kind of surprised with South bidding 3-no here that they didn't try to overcall 1-no with a passed hand partner over 1 spade.
yeah. I live in diamonds. I don't.
Well, I mean, the thing is with a passed partner, like if they're passing 1-no, you could easily be robbing from 4 spades or 4 hearts.
I mean, 1-no is a tactical bid. It could easily be right, but I have king queen jack 6 the diamonds, and I really don't.
2 diamonds is normal. I'm not suggesting otherwise.
the play will
I'm
go quick.
surprised
from here.
that Migri returned the jack of spades, but it's not like she's really enthusiastic to return anything else.
Right.
With her declarer likely being out of diamonds, she doesn't know where the ace of hearts is yet. Andrew will probably tell her very shortly where the ace of hearts is. Okay, maybe not. But
It's worth. Yeah,
Sure.
it's kind of weird to play the 5 dimes instead of the 10 there.
yeah, I have partner knows I have 2 diamonds left. My diamond play should be suit preference, right? If I pitch the 10 of diamonds, what else am I pitching 10 of diamonds about? Like whichever one I pitch has a meaning. It's not. I'm not just following suit and throwing cards. I'm pitching things to tell partner something.
I think it's an important and I think it's an important lesson for
completely
anyone
right.
listening. Your
Yeah.
cards all have meaning, even if you don't think they do. Partner might read into what they mean.
Right.
Well, and especially in a situation where the declarer is known to be out of a suit, pitching your card's suit preference in that suit is something that everyone should be doing because it's an easy way to tell partner what's up.
Yeah.
What happened in the other room on that? Did they open how did the auction go?
We are still waiting.
Oh,
Uh,
we're still waiting for the
Well, no.
auction.
So in the other room, they passed over 2 diamonds with the north hand. So that bought a reopening double from Michael and the 2 spades, 3 diamonds, 4 spades. And
there you
they
go.
were in the same spot and will shortly have the same result. And I will be back in about 10 seconds, maybe 20.
9, 8, 7.
Well, as much fun as it is to watch you count. What do you think about how close do you think would you bid with the West hand if you were non-vulnerable? That's going to be my question.
I would bid with the West hand anyway.
Kit, would you always bid with the West hand?
Hold on a second. Would I always bid with the West hand?
I guess my partner
it's-
passed.
It's close. Partner's a passed hand now.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing. If partner was an unpassed hand and I could show 1 major, I think I would definitely do that.
There's no upside, no game upside, and there is the
Right.
usual downside, and I'm 6-3-2-2 with a not so great suit.
And a very defensive looking hand. Yeah.
Oh, and I think I know what to lead against 1-no trump. That's important too.
Right.
So with the North hand, would you show a single suitor in clubs and then heart shortness? Is that your plan with the North hand?
Yeah.
Looks to be Andrew's plan here. This is originally a range ask, but presumably after partner's response, he will then bid 3 hearts confirming heart shortness and a real club suit. Do you normally play these bids as slammy, or do you have just like choice of games in there as one of your options when you're showing?
Choice of games always has priority.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to have some like there has to be some choice of games element to it, because sometimes you just have a hand with long clubs and shortness in a major and need to get that off your chest. And you know, it's not so preemptive and so high to where you don't really have a way to recover. You know, partner sort of is choosing between 3-no or, you know, 5 clubs most likely, and you can then make a slam going bid on your second or on your third turn, I suppose.
Or
you know,
if
if you actually do have that.
or if you have a marginal one, you can hear what partner has to say over your choice of games bid.
Right, right. I mean, you might have sort of a mild slam try, and quite honestly, this hand almost qualifies, right? If partner,
Yeah.
and there are perfectos that partner could have where slam is good.
Sure.
Of
Oh, you
course,
don't even need, yeah, you don't need, I mean, ace of spades, ace of clubs, king of diamonds.
Yeah, but if partner growls 3-no trump, you'll know he doesn't have it.
right, exactly.
No,
When
what I'm
partner
saying
bets
is-
3-0, you're done.
Well, but what I'm saying is, well, okay, so this segues into the 4-way transfer argument that I always have, which is it would be nice to know my partner liked clubs and bid 3-no over my heart shortness, because now I'm definitely shutting it down on a hand like this. But from South's perspective, like if they're not bidding 3-no with ace queen 10 fourth of hearts and kind of a balanced normally hand, I mean, it's not like Andrew ever found out his partner had some big club fit. So
Andrew didn't care. What Andrew cared about most was how good was partner's heart stopper.
no, but what I'm saying is let's say that instead of, yeah, true, but instead of the queen of hearts, if, yeah, I that's true. That's fair. I'm just thinking like you wouldn't have to change much here for 6 clubs to be pretty good. Like the queen of hearts and the queen of diamonds become the ace of diamonds. And it's not clear who did anything particularly bad if it was like ace 10 9 fourth. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, how about partner bid it would bid something other than 3-no trump?
Yeah, true.
That's the whole point.
So how good do
Right.
your hearts have to be, Kit, to bid 3-no? You're saying ace 10 8 fourth is not good enough to bid 3-no.
No, I didn't say that. I'd look at the rest of my hand. You know, if my hand was club oriented anyway, I might just bid 4 clubs and let partner do what he wants. You know,
Right.
if I play 5 clubs, well, it's not match points.
That's true. Yeah, I'm a little. I think North was flying a little blind here. Is all. I mean, he did something very normal, right? Clubs and then show heart shortness, but I don't know, the offensive potential is pretty good.
I think most of the time you're going to survive just fine. Maybe there's a few hands where partner, you know, has ace jack, you know, 9 fourth of hearts or something where they choose to bid 3-no, and maybe they have the perfecto where slam is good. But I don't think that. You know, I think that partner can judge how good their hand is for game and slam opposite heart shortness, and if their hand is very good for you know, 5 clubs or slam, as most hands with like ace blank whatever in hearts tend to be, they probably won't just bid 3-no. And if they have the king of hearts, then we pretty much have no play for slam, almost always.
And
So
if North has another card, he can bid over 3-no.
Right, exactly. But you know, North doesn't have another card, so they're more than happy just to let this go, and that seems fine, normal, and good to me.
And declare here is gonna take another 2 spades and a heart, so.
Yeah.
Looks like the Dinkin team may in fact pick up a couple of them on this board. Took 11 tricks in the other room.
That is a lot of tricks.
It is.
Don't pick
I
up.
imagine hearts were led at some point.
Yes. This is true. But yeah, I mean, declare here really is like they may in fact try to end play somebody and win the queen of spades and get out a diamond, but they will be sorely disappointed when rather than end playing anybody, they've end played them with all the rest of the tricks.
Yeah. Yeah. I suspect we'll see a spade to the queen and the ace of hearts, and then
Yes.
we'll go home.
This is true.
Maybe. I mean, it's
Declare's playing with over trick money. I don't know. They'll just play something quickly, I imagine.
I wouldn't be shocked to see a diamond, by the way. Even when it's stiff 10 over there, an ace and one and a good spade, you break even. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
On
Well,
this one, you
well
don't get
judged.
more stiff 10, it's always 4, and if it's stiff ace, then you get your 2 over tricks. I don't know.
Okay. Well judged by me, green, nonetheless. So she will make 4 and losing
Just
it
the one.
trouble, but
Yeah. Losing 1 instead of 2 for the well judged ace of hearts cash.
yes.
Strong play.
So the difference is not quite 90 yet. We're up to 89. 3 comparisons to go in the third of 4 segments today, and then 4 more tomorrow.
So this
South
is
hand.
this is quite a strong south hand. I think this is certainly worth an upgrade to a 2 club opener, and it's the kind of hand where you're actually kind of happy to open 2 clubs. There's
Yeah.
not very many of those.
No, I mean, I think that most people are of the same opinion that you prefer to have either a strong single suitor or some no trump range when you open your.
Well, not only that, but when you have spades, the
upgrade?
option doesn't actually suck.
Did you say this is an upgrade?
It's only
Well,
21 count.
I was just looking at the high cards.
It's only 21
Certainly not
hard
enough
points.
It's only
Oh.
21 high card points, Kit.
It's
Oh, let
only
me-
21.
Let me count them again. I still get something higher.
It looks, that looks like it's only 21.
Just look at the hand.
Yeah.
This can't be only 21 points.
Yeah, I mean, who needs counting anyway?
just look at it.
Look at it. You're like, this is really good. I 2 clubs. That's
I confess, I agree with Kit that I would have opened 2 clubs without counting.
yes.
Well, it's what happens when you look at, you see a good spade suit, you see a good suit, and then all of your other cards look like honors.
And they're all aces. Yeah, they're all aces.
That might be because they are.
Funny how that works. So Andrew
All right,
probably
so
3 spades.
3 or 4 here. 3 probably, right?
Your hand's too good for 4
Four
spades.
Certainly
is
4.
stuck.
3 shows. I mean, 4 shows a pile of junk.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. 4 says basically I want to play here and nothing more.
Now my hand doesn't look so good. Having opened 2 clubs.
Yes.
Still looks
Right. Well, and this is the thing about sort of evaluating hands situationally, right? You've already shown a strong forcing opening, and in the context with spades, in the context of that, you actually don't have a great hand, right? You could have a much stronger hand. You could have shortness somewhere. You could have a second suit. All of these things, and so I agree with this. She bids 3 no trump non-serious.
I agree with the evaluation, except for the serious part. I would just say non.
It is a non-serious.
3 no is non-serious.
3 no is non-serious for them.
No, but I think it's worse than non-serious.
I see. You would just bid 4 spades over 3.
I kind of agree. I mean, the times when partner has a doubleton diamond, I guess, are kind of unlucky. If he has the ace of spades and a king and a doubleton diamond, he might pass.
That's still not enough.
Well, if he had the ace of spades around king and a doubleton diamond,
If the partner has the ace of spades and a round king and a doubleton, and partner passes, and partner signs off, and partner passes my 4 spade bid, I would be in the market for a new partner.
Yes. I think really the hands where you might want to be in slam is when partner has something more like king 5th or king 6th in one of the round suits. But even then, they see that they have that as well, and probably will be able to work out to bid.
I mean, the harder hand to work out is when partner has ace fourth of spades and queen fourth of diamonds, right? Like that's the hard hand that's
Yeah.
a
But
perfection.
I mean, that's just
That's a nice perfected.
Yeah,
That one's never, you're never working that one out though. I mean, that's,
so
No, but
yeah.
that's
I think I'm on board with 4 spades over 3 spades, because honestly, it's hard. As good as the hand was when we first saw it and when we were first talking about it, in the context of this auction, it kind of couldn't get worse.
right. I'll be right back.
I mean, you're 6-3-2-2 and all of this. So yeah. And I mean, today, of course, over either partner will sign off, but you could imagine partner having a little bit more soft stuff in the round suits, and all of a sudden,
Give partner, say 2 queens someplace.
Yeah.
With this distribution.
Yeah.
And you make a slam try, showing any slam interest. Do you think wild horses is going to stop partner from bidding a slam?
probably
You have a
not.
9 count with great spade support, and partners not only opened 2 clubs, but made some kind of a slam try.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Wild horses won't
which
stop
does make
partner.
this hand, worth a lot less, and therefore a 4 spade bid. I think actually, so Kit, you're a big proponent of a sort of a process of hand evaluation that I think a lot of people don't necessarily or aren't familiar with and don't necessarily apply, right? Which is being able to rate your hand in the context of the auction on a scale from 1 to 10.
Exactly.
And do you want to dive into it? Should I?
Yeah, well, it's very simple. It's exactly that. You rate your hand on a scale of 1 to 10 in light of what you've previously shown and whatever information you might have. And I would rate that south hand as a 2.
Yeah.
Well, it's more, sorry, I had to step away for a second, but visualizing what partner needs for slam to be good and just realizing that they're never passing 4 spades. I mean, they're just not going to be passing 4 spades very often when you need to be in slam. That's kind of,
Well, that'll work also.
yeah.
But as a general thing, right? I think the idea that when you do have the sort of 1 to 3 type hand through this evaluation, rather than bid it in 3-no non-serious, which is more like a 4 to 6 or 7, 4 to 6, let's say, you bid 4 spades, which is I have the worst, and you reserve 3-no for those more middling hands where you're not really sure. You have a mild slam dry or a real slam dry, but you're not sure.
Yeah,
so what do we think Migri's gonna? I was
gonna say, I bet she bids 3 diamonds because she really wants to play. She wants to keep 4 hearts and 3-no. Like she doesn't really want to commit to either one. I think this seems very sensible.
So over 3 diamonds, if partner bids 3 hearts, do you offer 3-no now, or do you just bid 4 hearts? Your hearts could be worse.
I think I offer 3-no. I don't know. There had to be some reason I bid 3 diamonds, right?
What if Andrew bids 3 hearts? What she should bid?
Yeah.
Well, she's still expected to have 3-card heart support, so I wouldn't bid 4 hearts. And what's wrong with 3-no trump?
Well, that's what I'm asking.
That's what we were pontificating on.
Yeah.
Well, and I think having bid 3 diamonds the first time, if you just had a shut up, I want to play 3-no hand, you would have bid it the first time. So,
certainly, this is certainly more flexible than that.
Yeah, this will be 3-no, and this will have been kind of a good way to give partner in on the loop on which one they choose.
The point is, she's not making a takeout double with the singleton heart and trying to avoid it with a doubleton heart. So
well, she might, if she had 1 less heart and 1 more diamond in these 19 highs, she'd still double, except that over 2 hearts, she'd probably bid 3-no.
Or something other than 3 diamonds.
Right.
Yeah, three diamonds sounds a lot more cooperative, and this this path seems like a good way to get the hands playing strength.
And now Andrew will know not to go to 4 hearts.
Yes.
Right, with Jack third of diamond.
yeah, certainly
and
not
the
with
heart
Jack spots.
spots. Yeah,
Well, and a shitty heart suit, yeah.
yeah.
The other table did play 4 hearts and 3-0 here. I mean, 3-0 here could obviously have been much worse without the 10 of diamonds.
Yeah, but I mean, if you just had ace and 1 diamond, well, I guess you probably.
I can't imagine the 10 of diamonds has swayed a single bidding.
No, that's true. She would probably do the same thing.
Well, 3-0 is still fairly comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I still likely have 5 clubs, a diamond, a heart, and two spades.
Well,
And-
you're
and-
sure that the king of spades, you're almost sure the king of spades is on is the thing.
Well,
So
and,
now
and,
you've
and
got,
so look what happens even on this actual hand, right? I mean, I think so when declarer runs clubs, if declarer runs clubs, what does East pitch, right? They have all of these kings that they have to guard in some fashion.
Claire's
And
just gonna leave the club to dummy and put the 10 of spades through. I imagine.
right, exactly. I mean, but either way, they're going to be under a whole lot of pressure as East, right? As you're having to make discards. I mean, today you only have to make 2 more discards after this one, but not very many of those are fun ones.
oh, it's a real crisscross, right? Or no, is this not a crisscross? What's happening here? Can I work it to get down to
No, I don't think so.
to stiff ace of hearts and stiff ace of diamonds and queen jack tight of hearts in my hand and jack and a
Well,
diamond?
I think
dummy?
you're one winner.
If we're playing with 12 cards being dealt to you.
Yeah, it's
like,
just-
usually,
there's a
then you
small
might do
problem.
it.
This discard is less painful. The next one, the next 2 will be a little bit more so. The declarer rightfully paying attention.
They're not that painful.
Well, not anymore. Not when you know that they had 9 tricks.
Right. But
Well, wait a minute. Isn't Ron getting
Ron?
This
who's
is-
he?
this is gonna end up being a double around hearts, isn't it?
no, you're
No, because North has
another
to
winner
play East.
first. If you had more winners, then yes. As it is, it's just a normal cash all your winners and give up the last 2
Well,
tricks.
North is pitching.
No, wait a minute.
North is
North-
pitching before East, and you have no cards to get out of your own hand, and that's dummies.
Yes. But even if you were to play this last club, it's still no use.
Right, that's
But-
true.
is it?
That's
actually,
no, it's
not-
no
that-
use.
That's not true, actually.
No, how about queen? How about
Declare
queen
did
of
in
hearts
fact have a
right now?
crisscross. No, Declare did have a crisscross squeeze. They had a suicide
Oh.
crisscross squeeze, did they not?
What? No.
I mean, this works too, right? Because
Well, it doesn't.
Right
it
now,
didn't-
now it is. See, they had to play the 10 of hearts back after the queen of hearts.
Right, if they played another heart, it broke this up.
no, but suppose Declare had exited the 9 of clubs there, right? They pitched 2 hearts from the dummy and exited the 9 of clubs.
Yeah, same thing.
Well, no, I mean then it's legitimate.
That's the legit crisscross. Yeah, you play the club and rectify.
And then West wins the club, and they it doesn't matter because the is that right?
Yeah.
Doesn't-
Yeah,
doesn't
you
feel
exit.
right.
No, you exit and
No, sorry,
It doesn't work.
It's wrong. I'm sorry.
East
Because
is
West
pitching-
West has control over which suit to play, and in this case they're stuck with only hearts, so East can just safely pitch their
Yeah, that's right. That's usually a function of the crisscross. After you've made your crisscross squeeze, you have to play the right thing.
yes.
So I don't think we'll find an example of a suicide crisscross squeeze in the literature.
I mean, you are correct. Yes.
anyway, it was close. Was my whole point that I
It became a suicide squeeze as it turned out, as once East didn't return a heart, I suppose. But
Yeah.
yes, you are correct.
So we're on board 45 here. Last board of the segment. Club passes spade.
Time
No
flies.
trump.
That is a heavy one now. I mean,
I mean,
you're red and you're in sandwich position, so partner is definitely going to play you to be a very solid citizen. So
What?
spades with
I don't
more?
know.
It's not that, so, I mean, I think you have to do it. Just you might miss a game if partner has a 7 count.
yeah,
Ron Smith likes to have it, and he certainly has it here. That's my takeaway.
So how do you feel about doubling with the east hand?
terrible.
Doubling would not be my, I wouldn't see a red card in my bidding box.
Okay, and the concern here is obviously the partner's gonna pass. So what would you do with the east hand? Would you pass?
Well, no, I would never pass.
So what would you do? Would you bid?
It would depend on my agreements.
Okay, so
But I
let's
would-
say that you're playing a relatively standard Leventhal or even a transfer Leb.
I'd get to 3 diamonds,
Okay,
like
so you're
a
just,
normal person.
well, I mean, you say normal person, you could very easily be missing a 4 heart contract here.
I'm not worried about missing a 4 heart contract.
I mean, if partner really has that, like, I mean, give partner 17 with king 4th of spades. I mean, I would feel a little, I would think that there was at least a chance with queen jack 4th of hearts. I don't know.
You have 10 losers in your hand. Expect partner to cover 7 of them.
You don't have that many. I
Partners
mean,
with
I don't know.
partners Ron Smith.
Partner's Ron
Very
Smith.
solid
Partner
one.
bid a no trump. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I agree. If partner bid a no trump on 4 small spades and 4 card heart support, then you probably have a good shot at the 4 hearts. But somehow I expect some of partner's cards might be in spades.
Well, I'll tell you this, Kit. The other table, they're in 3-0 in the West, and they're taking 10 tricks. That's what I'll tell you about this hand.
Oh,
I'm
interesting.
more interested in how they took 10 tricks.
Very carefully.
A whole lot
5
of-
diamonds, 2 spades,
2 hearts.
a club.
I
and
see.
two
They won the first heart, and that gave declarer an entry to dummy to then later take the winning diamond pass.
Hey, let's not get caught up in the specifics. Just saying.
Well, that's 15 boards of bridge. Thanks everyone for joining us. This has been
Yeah,
fun.
thank you.
And we'll
Thank
have
you,
more
everybody.
episodes.
This has been a pleasure.
Yes,
It's been a good time. I will say later, are you sticking around to do commentary, Kit, for the 4th segment?
Yeah, why not?
So you'll have Kit, you'll have Cynthia Wong and Roger Lee. So it'll be a good it'll be another fun group.
Is it, do we have to re-sign in or is it the same room?
No, you can.
It'll be the same room.
Yeah.
Yes, it'll be the same room.
So I
We
can-
start back at
So I
7.
can just stay on here and do nothing, right?
Pretty much,
Okay,
yes.
great.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks
So, yes,
everybody
we'll
for
be back at
watching.
7
We'll be
See you
back
guys.
out.
Yeah.
And we will all not be here aside from Kit, but
Oh, I just,
Cynthia and
before we,
and Roger will be joining everyone, and should be fun. So,
Thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back later, and then we'll be back tomorrow. And then after that, we still have both the seniors, which Kit will be playing in, and the women's events still to go. So still a lot of exciting bridge to watch. So make sure you come back and join us.
yes.
thanks, guys. Take it easy.
All right. See everyone later.
Thanks,
Bye.
everybody.